Hey everybody, 5th Horseman, back again, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and today, Waffles, 5th Horseman, and Bill Kerman are all being rescued from, let's see if I can find it, there it is, Moho, way off in the distance. I have 2026 fuel left in the tank. I have a maneuver node here set up, if you look at it. 2026, very convenient. Only not exactly, because that maneuver node gets me an orbit around Moho, but it's not a good orbit. It's basically it uses up all its fuel just to get into orbit, which is fine, because we're mining fuel off of the surface of Moho. But what we need to do here is the refueler ship is up here, and we need to land back on Moho, pick up Bill, fill the tank, bring it up here, then go get the rescue ship, rescue it from its fuel-free orbit, bring it back to the station, and then make sure it's full of fuel, and then we can send the three of us back to Kerbin. That's what we call Plan A, and we're going to do that now. So because the site is in the darkness, and actually I thought Moho kept one face to the sun, but apparently it doesn't because the site's in the darkness. I just realized that. So we need to wait a possibly long time for this thing to rotate around. So I've got this thing set up though, so let's go ahead and speed up time here. Yep, Moho does rotate slowly. The Moho rescue ship, let's go ahead and close his alarm. We are an hour from the burn, and the burn is going to be 5.5 minutes, so this is 3 minutes before, so that's pretty much perfect. So let's go ahead and speed up time again. Here we go. Okay, now I need to do this burn. It's going to be a 6-minute burn, but I don't need to really worry too much about... Whenever I think I don't need to worry, I hit F5 to quick save. I shouldn't need to worry too much about, whatever you call it. I'm going to start the burn now. Fast forwarding time, because there we go, seems to be fine. Okay, because it's such a tiny little ship, so fast forwarding time isn't a big deal, but I'm not going to make you wait through it. I will be back when we are in orbit around Moho and I'm getting ready to land. Look at how cool Moho looks on this new texture. This is a texture replacer pack, and I wish I remembered whose it was. But wow, that's nice looking. Anyway, I'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, that burn, that was a lot closer than I wanted it to be. We were down to about 10 seconds left on the burn before we actually got captured into orbit. Yeah, that's what I expected to have. That's what I had. Wow, that was close. Okay, but the important thing is we have an orbit. Now we just need to wait for dawn. And the 3 Eve probe lander here, this thing doesn't matter, because it's just the thing that missed its encounter with Kerbin and it's out of fuel. So, oh, I can't fast forward while throttled up. Okay. It's kind of annoying that time warp goes down, but okay. I guess it doesn't really matter because we're going to be slowing down for the Eve probe lander anyway, but yeah, we don't care about you. Close the alarm. Close the alarm. There we go. Okay, Gilly all-in-one in 13 hours. Okay, we're back. I'm on my Gilly lander here. I am at the apoapsis and I am burning prograde. And I'm hoping to eventually get these things to match up. At least get close to each other. I'm basically at Gilly's apoapsis and my own apoapsis. And I'm making my entire orbit closer to Gilly's orbit. This is a very slow burn. I don't want to time accelerate. So I'm not going to put you through it, but just showing you what I'm doing. Yeah. Not much fun going on. So we'll be back in a bit. Okay, I got sick of waiting for an encounter, so I just made a maneuver node that's going to give me a really crappy encounter with Gilly that I should be able to burn to get into Gilly orbit. That's the plan. So I'm just going to fast forward to this maneuver. Should take about a minute, because it's about a 10% of my fuel, and my fuel should last for 10 minutes. So, and we are going to hit F5 to save, as we always do. And I'm going to fast forward to, it should be a minute, so I'm going to fast forward to 30 seconds away. I'm aimed in the right direction, and at, say, 32 seconds away, I'm going to hit the gas. Excuse me, the gas. And it's a 2-minute burn. I was completely wrong. And, of course, the maneuver node's gone. At least I'm facing the correct direction. Let me set up my maneuver node really quickly here. And we have a Gilly encounter. Very good for us. I am very proud of our team and our ship and yada yada yada. Okay, let's get this into a better encounter here. If I burn this way, we get even more of the everythings. It quite literally does not matter how we orbit Gilly. In fact, I might set us up with a polar orbit, drop the probe, and then set us up with another one. I wish I remembered how much Delta V the Prospector probe, this probe has. It's got to have a ton, though. It's tiny, and it's got this big fuel tank. So, executive decision time. We're going to drop him off right here. Let's hit F5. What we're going to do here is we're going to drop him off. See if I can do this here. Oh, he's just connected via this thing here. So let's go ahead and decouple node. I don't know why it made that bloop bloop noise, but hey, we're going to live with it. Okay, now this guy needs power. Probably could have hit F1. But I'm not going to worry about it too much. He also needs to find Gilly, wherever it is. We should be able to see it by now. But I don't know where it is. Doesn't really matter. Okay. He now has a connection. Is Gilly... Actually, Gilly is not his target. Actually, I can just do this. Set his target. There we go. Turn his computer on. Let's aim him at Gilly so we can see which direction it is. I just want to see if we can see it from here. Oh, Gilly's like directly towards the sun from us. So even if we could see it, even if we could normally see it, we can't see it now. So okay, no big deal. So what we're doing here with this guy is he needs to burn a little bit north, which is this direction. And we are going to, first of all, make sure that that's not going to screw anything up. No, it's not. Turn your engine on. I guess your engine isn't going to turn on. Let's go ahead and activate it. Okay. Now we're going to burn you north just a little bit. You don't have a connection orbit anymore. Oh, you're not connected at all to Gilly. That's bad. Okay, let's see if we can fix that. Wow. Just disconnecting set his ascending node crazy like that. Okay, 1.8. Let's go ahead and burn... Oh, it's probably the burning north which did it. So let's burn south. Let's just do it now. Let's go ahead and delete this. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, we just had a connection. So I'm going to burn north a tiny, tiny bit. There we go. Now we're connected. Now we want to burn towards Eve, which is going to be here. And I am going to thrust limit the ELF out of this guy. 7.5 seems to be as close as we can get. Yeah, we're going to burn right like this. Just get our orbit in the middle here. Then we're going to burn north, which is this direction here. Oh, look at that. It just like vanishes the second we do that. Let's burn south. Well, we'll wait until we get an actual encounter before we worry about it. There we go. Once we get closer to Gilly, we can burn that farther north. Okay. We don't need this maneuver node anymore. We do, though, want to rename him Gilly Intercept Scanner. And now this guy still has his orbit with Gilly. We want to burn a little bit south, I guess. I kind of wanted to have a slightly equatorial orbit. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is we have an orbit, but I want to kind of get it south and also fairly close to the planet. So let's burn south a bit. And that's actually as close to the planet as I really want to get, because it's a bumpy planet. So we are going to add a maneuver here. We're going to do the time warp thing so that, and then we're going to see how many meters per second will it take to get into orbit. The answer is about as many as it took to get into this. So 178. That's going to be about a 3-minute burn. It says here 3.5 minutes, which is going to be fun because we're probably like, we're probably gonna start burning here. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be fun. We are going to just fast forward time and we'll deal with this 23 hours from now. What we're doing is we're just getting closer to Gilly. I might actually wait until we're about 5 hours away and see about burning here. Because now if I burn north, there we go. That's better. I think that's a good orbit. I need to actually, you know what? I'm going to pause the game and I'm going to find out what I want my periapsis and my apoapsis to be so I can orbit at 1,000 times. So I will be back in a second. Okay, that number is 40,000. So I got my periapsis set to 42. And then we're going to see what it's going to take to get this guy into a 40 by 40. So crazy. Yeah, 40 by 60. It's a tiny little burn. 40 by, there we go. Yeah, about 170. It's a minute at this 7%, so it's going to be a tiny little burn. So we have him set up. The next thing to happen now is, yeah, the two guys going in, and then the two maneuvers, which are 10 minutes apart, so they should be fine. So, okay, but this guy's first, so let's go ahead and get him aimed at his maneuver node. And then we can aim this way, and we can turn off all the cool stuff. We can hit F5 to quick save. And then we can speed up time and just wait for Gilly to show up somewhere. Oh, there it is. It snuck up on me here. Yeah, we're 10 minutes away from Sphere of Influence, which is just crazy. That's how close you have to be to get in the Sphere of Influence of Gilly, though. And it was very nice about not warning me about it, but hey, what are you going to do? Okay, let's speed up for the Gilly All-in-One to get into the Sphere of Influence. He's just behind me here. Back there somewhere, right there. Close the alarm and unpause. I hate that. If it happens again, and it's going to, I'm going to not close the alarm and unpause. I found that helps. Okay, it's not helping. Jump to ship. Let's just jump to him and ride him a little bit until he gets through this stupid... I don't know why it does this. Okay. Close this one. Close this one. Now, we are well within the Sphere of Influence of Gilly. No problems, right? Okay. So my Gilly Intercept scanner, I'm just going to jump to it and restore the maneuver node. And I'm not going to delete this maneuver node in case I need to change something here. But let's go ahead and unthrust limit this guy. Might as well get the full benefit of the Olberth effect here. We are guessing that this burn of 170 meters per second is going to take like 2 seconds to do. It's going to be small. So I'm just going to wait for this alarm to hit because there's no sense speeding up now. So let's not delete on close. Let's close the alarm and unpause. Let's go ahead and turn this guy on. Okay, we actually brought our periapsis down too far. Or, wait. Not far enough. We want to aim prograde. What are we doing? What am I doing? Yeah, which direction are we going? We are... Yeah, I don't want to aim prograde. I want to aim, like, away from the planet. I screwed this up big time. There we go. Okay. Going around and around Gilly. That's awesome. Okay. Now we want to go prograde. And get our periapsis up to 45. Or 40, I should say. $41 by 42. That is perfectly good by me. Okay. Now our Gilly all-in-one, we have to jump to him because now we don't need this anymore. Because in 4 minutes, he's got his maneuver node. Now let's go ahead and restore that maneuver node so we know what it is. Let's get ourselves aimed at that maneuver node. Yeah, this is going to be crazy. Now this is as we said, it's like a 3.5 minute burn. So I want to start at 1 minute and 45 seconds. Oh, look at that. Might as well get the bottom of the ship aimed at the planet. Now, when we get to, what did I say, 1 minute and 45 seconds here, that's a minute away. Let's just crank down time to that. I'm going to hit the gas now. 3.5 minutes. Okay, you know the drill. I'm not going to make you wait through this. I will be back when we are in orbit and then scanning for Kethane. Okay, we have an orbit. And it took actually a little bit less than I thought because my planned maneuver node actually reversed my orbit. It's so easy to do around Gilly because orbital velocity is 20 meters per second. But I'm just I'm setting up myself so that when I get to apoapsis, I can do a burn to get my periapsis up to 10,000 because I figure 10,000 by 10,000 is a good amount. And then the next thing is in 11 days, the Driloho 2 to Moho. And I'm actually going to just jump to this guy and delete him. Or I'm going to go to the tracking station and delete him because he's never going to intersect anything. And I've been having so many problems with the sphere of influence changes. I'm not going to screw around with that. So, let's go ahead and I turned the lights on, you can tell, because when I fast forward, it goes crazy. I should be on my Kethane scanner. Let's see. No, that's the lander. Where's my Kethane? Oh, it's this big circle here. Let's go ahead and switch to him. You know what? It's only 40 minutes. I wish I could go faster than 50 times. So I'm definitely not going to be too much time warping with this guy as the selected one. It's going to be much nicer to time warp with this guy. Close alarm and unpause. Okay, we want to burn prograde to get our periapsis. Above 10. I don't know if it matters all that much. It must be a pretty good orbit here. 10,129 by... Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to jump to this guy. Actually, I'm going to go to the tracking station. And then I'm going to go to the Driloho 2 to Moho, which is actually probably one of my earlier ones here. Driloho 2 to Moho, and I'm going to terminate. You have been terminated. And then I'm going to go back to the Gilly Kethane scanner, and I'm going to fly him. Little cinematic shot here. I think, is it plus that zooms in? Yeah. Whoa! Where's our little scanner? Come on. Be nice if the thing wasn't in the way. There he is. Zooming in on him. Dutifully scanning Kethane. On the moon, Gilly. Okay. So let's go into map mode here. And let's turn on our Kethane grid. And you will see that he has done very little scanning so far. Let's actually see what happens here if we get a complete... Yeah, he's never out of the sun too long. That's pretty cool. And the way Kethane... Oh, wow, the way Gilly rotates. That is crazy. We're going to get a crazy pattern on this. But while he's doing this, and he's scanning away... we don't need this Driloho to Moho anymore. We got 50 days until the Ike drills reach their destination. So while he's doing this at 1,000 times, I'm going to zoom way out here. And we're going to go back to Moho. And all this. Oh, and it's daytime. So we're actually... let's stop time warp.